Hi, I'm Panjami. I'm an intern volunteer at Forensic Fusion. So today we're going to discuss about the history and development of firearm, which is a topic from the forensic ballistics. So ballistics means it is a study of firearm or the flight of projectiles or a study of how a projectile moves through the air. So it was derived from the Greek word ballin, which means throw. So forensic ballistics is the use of scientific methods to examine firearms and ammunition in the criminal investigations, and it's used to identify the type of firearm or the weapon which is used in the crime, and to determine the distance, angle and velocity of the shot, and to reconstruct the events which took place during the firing, and also to link the weapon to the crime scene. So the first documented case of success in forensic ballistics was occurred in 1935, which where the members of a Bow Street vendor in London matched a recovered bullet from a murder case victim to a specific mold in a suspect's home. Okay, and this concluded that the suspect made the bullet. So next, the table of contents states that where we will discuss with an introduction to what is firearm and followed by the historical events in the development of it, and lastly we will conclude with summarizing the evolution of firearms and their significances. Okay, in introduction we will go into that what is firearm. Firearm is a mechanical device and which uses a explosive gas or expanding gas from the burning propellant to shoot a projectile at high speed, or a mechanical device that shoots a projectile at high speed and which is using expanding gases from the burning propellant. Okay, the first recorded term firearm was from the mid 17th century, and how the origin goes back much further, and it following early forms like fire lances and cannons, which was used in 10th century China, and following that 15th century firearms spread across Eurasia, influencing key events like the fall of Byzantine Empire, and towards today's modern firearms operation. So looking at the history, first is the hand cannons, which was used in 1271 to 1368. So the first recorded handheld firearms was the hand cannons. So it was used in the China's Yuan dynasty from around 1300s and was made of bamboo. It was loaded with gunpowder and a projectile at the muzzle end, which exploded when ignited from a small opening at the back. So the hand cannons required effective strength to handle it, which making it as the earliest portable firearm. So next is the matchlock system, which was used in the early 1400s, and a burning wick was placed near the propellant, which creates a spark when it ignites, which propels the projectile. So in this system, it has a drawback where it cannot function in wet conditions. So also when the wick is ignited, it emits a light where the attackers can easily see and exposes the person which is using the firearm. Next is the V-lock system, which was used in early 1500s, and the V-lock was an improvement over the matchlock, where it replaced matchlock with a V-lock system, and this mechanism included a wheel and a chain attached to the trigger, and when the trigger is pushed, the wheel rotates and create a friction to ignite the primer and release the projectile. So it was more reliable and weatherproof, which made it more popular during the Renaissance Europe. So the V-lock pistols were the example for it used in the Renaissance Europe. So next is the flintlock, which was used in early 1600s and was more efficient comparing to the previous designs and mechanisms. So the trigger struck a flint against the steel. It creates a spark that ignites a propellant. Flintlock firearms were widely used in the American Revolutionary War and marked a significant advancement in firearm technology. So for the example, musket rifles, which was used in the American Revolutionary War. And the next is the percussion cap, which was used in 1805 and was invented by Alexander John Forsyth in 1807, and it used mercury fulminate, which when struck by a hammer it produces a flash to ignite the main charge of the powder, and this eliminated the need for separating the priming powder and making the firearm more reliable and easy to use. Early caplock pistols were examples for it. So next is the pin fire system. The pin fire system placed the percussion cap inside the cartridge. When the hammer struck the firing pin, it ignites the priming powder and releases the bullet. So it was developed by Casimir Lefaucheux. This system represents a major shift towards self-contained cartridge. So for example, pin-fire revolvers by Casimir Lefaucheux. So next is the rim-fire system, which was introduced by the gunsmith Flaubert, and it involves placing the primer in the cartridge rim. So the firing pin struck this rim to ignite the propellant. Okay, the rim fire ammunition was more cost efficient, reliable, and became more popular for smaller calibers like .22 rifle. So next is the center fire system. It is still used today. It has a primer located at the center of the cartridge base. When the firing pin is struck, the primer ignites the propellant, so launching the projectile. The center fire ammunition is durable, highly effective, and mostly used in today's modern firearms. So at last, conclusion. In the evolution of firearm, it has marked many innovations like gunpowder, rifling, semi-automatic mechanisms, etc. And it was from the early hand cannons to sophisticated modern firearms, and each advancement has shaped both technology and society. So the firearm it reflects the broader changes in society, political and ethical perspectives, making them the one which is most impactful technology in history. So that's all for this session. Thank you.